Dirty, smelly, dangerous. That's what I've always heard about Naples, Italy. So why go? Because my great-grandparents left this very port for America. And still, I've never really felt Italian. At least not in the typical way that people usually think of Italian Americans.
I couldn't believe what this guy said to me. I was like, va fa Napoli.
Va fa Napoli literally means go to Naples. So that's exactly what I'm doing. To see if Naples is really as bad as I've heard, and maybe to finally feel Italian. Let's get into this place. Naples hits you like a wave. Chaotic, loud, alive. Passion oozing from every corner. And sometimes that passion almost runs you over. Not exactly the warmest welcome. Climb high enough, and Naples reveals its layers of time. The Basilica of Santa Maria Sanità was first constructed in 1602. Beneath it lie the catacombs of San Gaudioso, an ancient Christian burial site from the 4th century. The same bells that my great-grandparents must have heard. The sound makes me sentimental and hungry. From the Pizzeria of Daughters, pizza fritta. Not something I'd order at home, but Naples demands boldness. It may look like a disaster, but the flavors are bold, chaotic, unforgettable, just like Naples. Drunk with calories, I wander the Centro Storico, streets my great-grandparents probably walked before boarding that ship. The layout of this neighborhood hasn't changed much in hundreds of years. What you see today largely dates from the 17th and 18th centuries. The original Greek layout from the 5th century BCE still shapes these streets. I thought this trip would make me feel more Italian, but here I am, surrounded by a crazy amount of Italian history, and still not sure where I fit into all of it. The Church of San Carlo alla Reina, once glorious, now crumbling. The silence in here hangs heavy. Once hung on a crucifix, damaged in a fire, and now looking ready to be received by mourners. Here, devotion outlives wealth. In Naples, faith survives even when beauty fades. It hits me harder than I expect. There's something deeper here. I just don't know what yet. The next morning, I do what Neapolitans do. I go to the bar. From the barista, I order un caffè, not to be confused with an American cup of coffee, which some Italians lovingly refer to as acqua sporca. While some Americans might consider a barista a beginner's job, here in southern Italy, it's a career. And man, I can taste the experience. Chocolatey with just the right amount of bitter, sort of like the people here. Tough, but warm once you get close. Not everything feels as authentic. Tourists crowd every corner of this neighborhood. This is not the Naples I came for. Let's find a place where the real locals eat. This may not be the best idea. This feels wrong, unsafe. I'm ready to turn back. Then I find it. No menus, no tourists, just good food. I'm handed my very first bowl of pasta e patate. As satisfying as it is, it's still missing one thing: dessert. From Mary's Sfogliatella, the unofficial pastry of Napoli. There are two kinds: riccia, crispy, filled with citrus-flavored ricotta, and frolla, more of the same filling, but tender and crumbly. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this Italian thing. To avoid slipping into a complete food coma, I take a little inside stroll. Dirty? Dangerous? Really? Just look at this place. The Galleria Umberto was built at a time when many European cities were embracing these grand covered galleries, and Naples wanted its own elegant and majestic centerpiece. I still need one more spot that makes me feel truly Italian. The Lungomare. It was the last view of Naples my great-grandparents saw before leaving this special place for the last time. At the turn of the 20th century, My great-grandparents were just a few of the roughly 3 million Southern Italians that made their way to America, all in search of a better economic life. I struggle to understand why they would leave such a wonderfully chaotic place full of delicious food. But the fact that I can stand here and wonder why is a testament to what they built for me. They struggled so I could return, not in search of a better life, but in search of who I am as a person and the richness of my own story. Their courage gave me the gift of returning as a traveler instead of a refugee. I am the great-grandson of immigrants, but coming here, I realize being Italian isn't about heritage. It's about understanding where you come from, who you are, and who you want to be. So the question is, do I feel Italian?
Vaffa Napoli! What are you talking about? Of course I feel Italian. What a question. Do I feel Italian? Yeah, I feel Italian. Get out of here.